What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're tackling Standard 2022 again. No surprise. I still have I don't know, 3 weeks, over 2 weeks worth of deck still that we can showcase. So we're not done by any stretch of the imagination. But we are trying something different because we've had a few people say, hey, is there anything you can do with Skeletal Swarming? So we're definitely going to play with that today. So you've got it on the docket as Golgari Skeletal Swarming deck. We're going to knock that out today. And honestly, it's actually kind of cool. It's something different we've been wanting to do. It's one of several decks I've had kind of sitting around for a little bit that I'll tell you right now, if y'all have ever been by my streams, you can see there's a whole pile of decks I'm working on, things I'm thinking about moving forward. I'm constantly putting cards in and out of them. So there's several things that if you think it can be played, I'll probably try it at some point. If there's certain cards you want to see played, come by the stream sometime, come by the Discord, make recommendations, suggestions, whatever. There's a chance we'll feature it, but you got to participate to be part of it. All that being said, let's go take a look at this Golgari Skeletal Swarming deck. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind everybody that we do generally do the deck rundown. We play some games, and at the end of the games, we talk about what we would update for this deck, what we liked, didn't like, what formats or may be good in as far as best of one, best of three, whatever information we can deem from the games that we play. And then we also have a card spotlight just to give you some insight on a card from Magic, sometimes financial help, whatever. So be sure to check that out at the end. Now, getting into this deck list, we're playing 4 iTwitch, which almost feels like a staple. It's almost like if you're playing a black deck these days with creatures, you're either playing iTwitch or you're playing Shambling, whatever that guy is, Shambling Gas, right? Really, you're playing one or the other or both. It's almost impossible to get by without playing those these days. But anyway, iTwitch really gives us some versatility in our sideboard, being able to go pull out cards that we need for tight situations. We're going to go ahead and play with Valentin, Dean of the Vein. We're playing 2 of these. One, because we can just keep some things out of the opponent's graveyard. We can make some extra 1/1s, and that's all fine and good. But we do have ways to gain some life, so if we get Izzet later in the game, we can really just put stuff away. So it's a pretty good versatile card in this list. It does have some lifelink, which could help us out as well with some other cards in the deck. So yeah, it's filling a few little slots here. Maybe even could play a third one of these. We have Deadly Dispute, a way to draw cards, make treasure. Nothing too exciting here. Prosperous Innkeeper, another way to gain some life, because that works perfectly with Dina, Soul of the Steeper. We probably could play a third Dina, but right now I just have 2 in the list because I'm trying to make room for a lot of things just to make the concept work. But Dina does a lot here, and you're going to kind of see some other cards here in a second that she works very well with. Poison the Cup. I could have went with some other cards here. The reason I went with Poison the Cup is really because of the scry situation here. Just being able to dig deep, find the cards we need to get ourselves out of trouble is a pretty big deal, so we're going to go with this as our choice. Couple of Skullport Merchants. Honestly, I don't even know how many was the right number for this. I'm going to be real with you. I for real don't know. So we're just playing 2 because there's going to be a lot of times that sacrificing something to draw a card is going to make a lot of sense, especially since you know the deck has Skeletal Swarming in it. We'll have some extra things there. Sometimes just making the treasure will give us that 5th mana we need. So lots of stuff going on here. We're trying out 2 field trips. Again, making sure we can hit that 4th, 5th mana, but it does give us access to those lessons also. Now, is it better to play more Skullport Merchants or field trips or whatever? That's kind of some of the stuff we're going to have to discern as we play through this. Then we have a couple copies of Baleful Mastery, just a catch-all removal. I'm sure we're going to use this card quite a bit. Then we have some Crippling Fear. Just another sweeper, really is all this is, kind of giving us some versatility in our options. If we already have a couple of skeletons, we can get rid of everything else, keep our skeletons. So we'll see what's going on with this as the games progress. 4 Binding of the Old Gods. Catch-all removal, and lets us ramp up, so don't mind that in the least. Then we have the card of the hour, Skeletal Swarming. Now, I want to point out the Skeletal Swarming works with a lot of stuff in this deck, right? So we have stuff like Dina, and we have Skullport Merchant, which can actually sacrifice a creature. So you can sacrifice a creature so you can guarantee you get that bonus one from the Skeletal Swarming, because if a creature died that turn, you get an additional tokens. That's a big deal. You know, it works well with Prosperous Innkeeper. So you get those creatures into play, you're gaining extra life. So that's a thing. You know, it just kind of touches a few different things in the deck and really works well with what we're trying to do. So we're going to see what the overall kind of big effect impact is when put alongside these other cards. Now, the other thing I do like is that if the games go long, Skeletal Swarming becomes its own problematic card for your opponent to deal with, even with nothing else out there. Like, it's a one card win condition all on its own over the course of really like 3 turns. And we're playing Blood on the Snow. So again, you can wipe the board. You have your skeletons. Not a big deal. They'll come back, you know, because you're going to keep making them every turn. Technically, you'll get rid of the board and you'll make 2, and you get whatever you get back from the Blood on the Snow. And then that's where it's like, okay, well, maybe we get back Prosperous Innkeeper. And then with the Innkeeper, the skeletons come in, and then they're gaining life. Or you get back a Skullport Merchant so you can make sure you can sacrifice and keep getting your extra skeletons, or whatever it is, right? This works well with Skeletal Swarming and gives you a lot of options. That's what I'm saying. As for lands, we're playing 9 Snow-Covered Swamps, 6 Snow-Covered Forests, 4 Darkboar Pathway, 3 Woodland Chasm, and 2 Faceless Haven. That's it. So like I said, we're going to go play some games. At the end of the games, we'll talk about things we would change or update, what we liked, what we didn't like, and then we'll have a card spotlight for you. We get to go first. Okay, we will keep this. This is actually all right. And we're pretty much guaranteed to have a Binding of the Old Gods if we need it. So that's cool. Don't hate that. Depending on what we draw, this also works out, because we could play this Woodland Chasm tapped and then just play the other Innkeeper. That little duder, however, is going to be very annoying. So I might actually waste some mana here. Obviously, they're going to have other things that are going to be annoying as well, but those I can potentially block at some point in the future. That one I can't. Not without double or triple blocking it, of course. Ah, they kept a low land hand, I see. Fantastic. We'll do this. Not sure if I want to go... I think I'm going to go with this. Just in case I feel the need to use this, I can. Instead of blowing up the treasure. Which, honestly, I may just do it anyway. As much as I like having the extra life gain here, we're just going to have to find some answers. Alright. Do. Get rid of that. So it did its job. Prevented 2 and was sacrificial to get us some cards. Oh, excellent. Nice. Not mad at that at all, deck. Thank you so much for your work and service. Ooh, that could also be good. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would still need 2. So unless I'm going to use all the treasure, I could play this. Creature tap. If a creature died this turn. I don't have a way to sack a creature. I could kill a creature, but it exiles, doesn't really die. So that doesn't help us. So we're just going to go ahead and pass and take our life and get a 1/1. And I think I'm going to give the opponent a card here, as much as I don't love it. I was hoping maybe they'd try to pump up the Nadar or something here, but 'tis what it is. Hate the idea of doing it. Oh, got to pay the alternate cost. We're going to try to live off of these skeletal swarmings over the next couple turns. All right, opponent. We're hoping to draw something castable alongside these skeletal swarmings is our plan here. All right, they're going to go get a land and gain some life. Which I have a feeling the life total is very much going to matter here. Oh, I guess we're just going to play Infinite Skeleton Swarmings as our new game plan. Why not? Well, that doesn't count as dying. That just exiles. So that prevents us getting extra life, which sucks. Because we were going to get quite a lot over the next couple turns. But we have 15 points worth of attackers here. So let's see what the opponent does. I mean, sticking a third Skeletal Swarm is going to be pretty big. I don't know if the opponent's really going to be able to do much about that. Because Vanishing Verse doesn't hit it because it only gets monocolored stuff. It costs 5, so they can't get rid of it with an Apparition. We don't hate that because we just get to reload to the same situation next turn. So we'll take 2 here. Alright, that doesn't help, but here we go. Seven ones. And we're at a pile of life too, so we're not really that worried about it. Gonna Blood on the Snow and get back into Dar probably. Because so many of these decks play big sweepers for some unknown reason. I mean, they can still get rid of a creature to stay alive. So that's the other thing. Yep, there's a Blood on the Snow. Here comes an Adar, which would make sense. Oh no, we exiled an Adar, actually. Man, come on. Really? So many cards we could have gotten here. That would have been great. These are not the ones. I mean, they will get some treasures or some triggers here for Venture, and that does matter. The other thing to remember, too, is all these skeletons trample. So even if they would die being blocked, that's totally okay.
My children drench their hands. My power is for annihilation.
All right, they trigger that. Probably get, I was going to say, get a goblin. Makes sense. Hey, Dina, there you are. I was wondering what happened to you. We were just thinking about you. All right, we're going to send 2 just to make sure Loth dies. Because they could still have like a Vanishing Verse for one of them. And we're going to send the other into the opponent. If they don't block any of them, then we'll sack 1 to Dina to make sure we get max skeletons. Alright, they were aware, so dies. Let's go ahead and activate Dina. We'll get rid of 1 of these. So Dina gets to be supersized. And we'll end the turn. And get a whole crap ton of skeletons. We're going to get all the skeletons. They're like, F you, I'm going to kill your Dina. Like, and you're giving us a card? How nice. That was completely irrelevant, but sure. It would actually have been almost more beneficial to just kill a zombie, but it's cool. Or, I mean, kill a skeleton. Alright, we're at 15, so we're still at a safe life total. The opponent has to do something to, what is that, 6 22/22s? So 132 damage worth of skeletons? Alright, well, I guess we take 9. Or no, take 7. Oh, we take more because they finish a dungeon. Alright, we're at 4. Can you deal with 132 damage worth of skeletons? That's the question here. That's cool. I never thought we'd have 132 damage worth of skeletons, but here we are. Yeah, that's just game, opponent. You can get us down to 2. Not even that low. Yep. Yeah, we'll keep this. It looks a little slow, but we'll keep it. Not the worst thing, since we'll kind of be able to work our way up to a Skeletal Swarming fairly easily. The Merchant will be able to block a lot of things on the ground. Downside is they're probably going to play like an Elite Spellbinder. And that's going to make us a little bit sad. But the good news is we got a second Skeletal Swarming, so there's that. And we'll have a binding, so maybe we could kill something if necessary. No, it was not what I thought it was going to be. Cold Spell Cleric. All right. So, I was just about to say, the question is, do we need to play Swarmings first or not? But I think we need to get rid of the Clarion Spirit. Going to be the real issue there. All right. They may just pump here and attack. Nope. They're going to play an apparition to get rid of. Okay. That's a choice. Now the question is, do we have enough time? No attacks. Okay, here's hoping. Yep. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Why are you not attacking with just more things, opponent? Yeah, exactly. The Code Spell Cleric just didn't want none for some reason. Okay, take 5. Ooh. How do we feel about this? Part of me really says I want to play another Skeletal Swarming, but I know that's not the right play here. Though I say that. Now, I need to get more defenses set up here. Should probably kill the Paladin class. Kind of want to do this just to see what we get from that skeleton. Alright, got to attack with this. I didn't want to kill it. So then this is interesting, right? I could kill, say, Clarion's or the Apparition to get us another creature. Could also kill... I can't. I got to do this. This is what we need to be doing. And then if we really want to sack something, I should either sack this. Well, the problem is if we get... Oh, this is tough. Because we're only going to get one anyway if we don't. So let's just do this. And just get the most we can for it. Okay, that's relevant here. That's very relevant. Okay, that turns things around. That's a big find. Yep. Duders are coming. Gotta say, we'll block that other duder. Like, you can bet your butt. Take 5, yeah. Mostly on the premise that, assuming nothing dies here, we're going to gain at least 3, so who cares? All right, skeletons, get in there because they have to attack. Well, we're probably just going to straight up poison the cup something. I just don't know what it's going to be yet. Let's see. We either sack a thing and get 4, and then we gain 4, or we kill something. But yeah, we just gain the 4. Like, killing something isn't worth it there. Now the opponent's definitely at lethal status. Alright. Oh! Okay, we're going to keep, but this is all just value cards here. Just setting up and hoping we find something later. They did not want to get rid of our eye twitch, so we're just going to attack with it. You know what? I think I'm just going to play the other eye twitch. Like, if the opponent's not doing anything, no reason for us to be in a hurry. If they kill it, they kill it. We have sacrifice fodder for later. That's fine. And they're also playing black-green, but that doesn't really tell us much. Oh, they're going to field trip too. I was just thinking about doing that myself next turn. It's sick, though. They could actually skeletal swarming us before we get to do it, and that's going to be very sad for us. So, in the event they might get a skeletal swarming, I mean, I guess I got to take a containment breach, which feels overly safe. But if we ever need one of the other cards, I can always just get rid of an eye twitch with any of these, so that's fine. Okay, well, if they have one, they don't have it this turn. They don't have anything in the yard to get back if they decide to... Oh, a Grakmaw. Well, that's not a thing I expected to see. Well, we're going to attack. I mean, that's not bad, right? Because if they blood on the snow, they get back... They kill their Grakmaw, it leaves a token, and then they get their Grakmaw back. I actually don't want to get caught in that scenario, because I don't think we have a good comeback. I mean, I guess we'd be able to block the 3/3s, but I want to make sure I do this now. Oh, well, that's cute. I guess we could just do that in response now. Now we don't have to be in a hurry. Amazing how things change. All right. Oh, or we can kill a Loth. That's fair too.
Are you enraptured by my beauty? Or do you fear it? I return to the abyss.
All right, take 3.
Get what I want.
Okay, deck, we need some of the other cards. Those would be great. Because we're not going to get far just playing these. That is for sure. Is this where we exile the Grakmaw? I mean, I guess not. I mean, I'm probably going to regret it here, because that wouldn't be a bad play from them. But we do get at least 2 cards from our sideboard with the Eye Twitch, so we won't be without options. And I'll probably block with 1, and then... Oh, just a Binding of the Old Gods. Okay, sure. Alright, I guess we'll cycle that one. Nah, that's not bad. Or Eye Twitch, a bat? Ooh, we can call Eye, actually. I don't think I've ever called Eye on a Crippling Fear. That's cool. Not that I really care if the Eye Twitches die most of the time, but I'm going to call Eye here on principle. Sure. Eye it is. Just because we never get to do it. And then one of these guys, I think. Because now we don't care if they blood on the snow, because we have an opposing blood on the snow, so that's fine. As silly as that whole mess is. Next, and then we'll attack for 1. Alright, so we have options here. Though the opponent does have some creature lands, and we don't have quite the mana for the Poison the Cup yet. We'll have that next turn. But they don't have anything with Trample, so we can safely block and not die this turn, and we'll get a card from the Eye Twitch. So they have another Grakmaw, which is going to be annoying. Alright, guess we block these. What do we want to get? I guess we just get a mascot exhibition. And just kind of say, F it. If you want to sweep the board, sweep the board. Actually, do I even attack with that? Let's see, you can attack with 3/3/3. We'd have a 3/2, a 4/4. If you sweep the board, you get rid of everything, you get a Grakmaw back. But then we could just kill the Grakmaw token. Yeah, I'm going to attack. I mean, I feel like this forces an action out of the opponent, one way or the other. And we already know we have a Blood on the Snow. And we can still kill a Planeswalker fairly easy. There's a Binding, I guess going to kill our 4/4. Makes sense. Ooh, Chariot. That's a small problem. Good thing I have this Containment Breach. How are you not going to attack with anything there? That's such a wussy reaction. Not even being funny. That's just weird. Like, why not attack with something there? That just feels like totally the wrong thing. Attack for 3. Opponent attacks with, let's say, a land as a 5. We block that. We jump block one of those. We'll just attack for 2 here. I don't want to risk taking too much damage. I mean, we do have the Poison the Cup still. But, you know. Okay, that dies. I guess they don't have a sweeper here of any kind. Opponent's at 12, so we do have to be careful. Though if we block the Grakmaw, we basically leave the opponent with only man lands after this turn. Oh, a Flunk. That's not what I expected to see. Huh. Okay, well that's going to make this more difficult for sure. So now I don't know if we can win. This might kill us. Yep. Well, we can still Poison the Cup something. We can block the Grakmaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The problem is, I don't know. Man, the opponent had a lot of kill cards left, man. That's tough. That's tough. How do we survive this? We can kill the land. We can block a Grakmaw. We can take 7. We'll get something off the Eye Twitch. The problem is we just won't have enough mana to do anything afterwards. So this is kind of all we can do. Man, it makes me wish I would have just used this forever ago and got rid of that other Grakmaw when I had the chance with the Eye Twitch. Punishment, finally, for not doing the right thing. I also didn't leave myself a second Mascot Exhibition, which would have been good here too. I guess pest summonings are only other answer, depending on what we draw, possibly. Oh, that's not enough. Not enough. Because, yeah, the best thing we could do is that get... We don't have anything that makes a token when it comes into play. Oh, actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, actually, we do have a way to live here. This is kind of random, but we do live. So we'll attack. We don't necessarily win, but we're not dead, and that's all that matters. All right, so let's do this. We'll destroy all creatures. We'll get back Skullport, because that, I wish we had... Man, if we'd have had a, whatchamacallit over here, that Innkeeper, life would have been huge. Alright, but I think we have to get that. And then we pass summoning. So now if we draw a creature, this is a lot of what ifs, but if we draw a creature, we can now sacrifice something to get rid of whatever's there and still have something to block the creature land. Or if we could find another poison the cup, we could buy another turn. I don't know. There's things, but they're not good things. None of the things are good. Yeah, that's all we can do. Another Blood on the Snow would be great, actually. Okay, there's a poison in the cup. We're not dead. Actually, we're a long way from dead, actually, now. Assuming that's not a removal card in their hand, because we can block a 3/3. Oh, I should have foretold this, actually, because I wasn't doing anything else. I would at least got to foretell. I mean, scry. So that's a mistake for sure. Because we want to at least see the 2 free cards. I don't even have a reason to not do that. Alright, we're going to declare our blocks first. But yeah, if I have 2 junk cards on top, this is my fault. I should have definitely foretold that. I don't even have a good reason not to. Alright, well, this is not a bad card that was on top. Alright, opponent's at 9. Field trip. That's not good, because now they get to go get their mascot exhibition. Alright, I guess we got to find another sweeper, a Blood in the Snow type thing. Oh, that's not going to help us at all. That's not going to help us. That is definitely not what we wanted. Oh, no. Alright, this is where we make our stand, I guess. No, you're kidding me. We're dead. GG's. Oh my gosh. What a way to lose. Okay, we'll keep this. Don't know if this goes anywhere, but we at least get to 4 mana fairly quickly. Maybe we can get up to 5 pretty quick, depending on what we find. Draw another Innkeeper or one of the black creatures, the 1/4s, and maybe we're off to the races, right? That's a little something. Turn that into a little bit of something something. Alright, well now that we can do back-to-back Skeletal Swarmings, we probably are just hoping to draw land here. Or, if we really have to, I mean, I don't really want to sacrifice our Innkeeper. I mean, I guess I will if it makes sense to, but we don't really want to. Especially now that we have this, we don't have to. Hopefully the opponent at least tries to play something here. Well, let's see if they counter this. They may be like, I don't want to give you cards and mana. And if so, we're going to hope to just draw an untapped land. Nope, they weren't giving a damn about that. Okay, then. Then what do we want here? Knowing what they're playing. And we're at 4 land. Man, this is actually bad. With them just having a counter up. If that's a counter, I don't know what we can actually do. I guess we just take the pest summoning. I kind of hate that as the option, but with us having the innkeeper and whatever, it kind of makes the most sense. Alright, I twitch. Go to attack. Alright, I'm kind of into it. I'm just going to let him counter. I'll assume it's what it is. If it's not, we get lucky. If it is, whatever. Could also be like a divide by 0 or something. Huh. Well, there you go. We took the gamble and it paid off. Now what's your play, opponent? Yep, kill that innkeeper before we pile up on life. Makes sense, but now we get 2 skeletons. They haven't played much yet, so I don't know if this is giants or just... Is it dragons? If there's just going to be like a Galazeth Prismari here. Which if so, I would not hate that. Let me tell you. We could just kill that. And then get in there for 5 and then make another zombie. Or a skeleton. Actually make 2 skeletons because we'd kill off a Galazeth this turn. If they divide by 0 it, that's cool. We just get to play it next turn. If they don't do anything, they take 5, and then we play the other one, and then this gets countered, and then... So this is actually a pretty good scenario. Good thing we gambled last turn. I guess it wasn't really much of a gamble, though, because if they countered it, the best thing they would do is play a 4-mana thing, and then we just play this. So, it's fine. Alright, that makes sense for the opponent. Minimize your damage. It's very tempting to try to kill that treasure. I'm not going to do it, but boy, is that tempting. I'm going to attack for 1 here. In the event there may be a gold span situation. Alright, no counter for that one. Alright, opponent dies. We keep it. We're not doing anything big here, but why not? Wizard class. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen here with the wizard class on this side. This is the first time I've even seen wizard class in play. So I'm going to guess that this is just some mono blue heavy counter control thing. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. Mohan, thank you for liking the stream. So yeah, I have no idea. Like, I don't even know what the opponent's thinking of doing. Alright, sure, you draw 2 cards. I mean, I kind of want to draw something here. But we're just going to pass. Do I even just attack? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the opponent's doing. Yeah. I'm just at a loss. Worst case scenario, we can tap now, use a treasure, get rid of a treasure. Because we'll replace one anyway. Avalanche Caller. Alright. Okay. We're going to get rid of a treasure, and then we're going to eat a treasure. Man, no removal card or anything there. Wow. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, that helps quite a bit. Let's get rid of that. I mean, we got all the mana we could want. We just didn't have anything to do with it, sadly. So we might end up losing just from lack of output. I don't know what you call that. Like, we got all this mana, but nothing to do. So yeah, this is a tough one. Our opponent has, at this point, 5 mana, some Foretold Thing, 6 cards, no maximum hand size. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But they're having a good think about it over there, apparently. Kasima, alright. And we're going to do nothing to a Kasima, apparently. Alright, I guess we activate. Because what else are we going to do? Attack with this. You might as well stay aggressive. Alright. And then I guess we're going to play this just to draw a card. Psyching a treasure. Oh, I guess we could have anyway. This would have still been a land. That's a mistake. Alright, the draw card gets a... Oh, they didn't level up. I guess they'd leveled up. They didn't even put a counter on Kasima there. Yeah, I don't know what the... I'm curious what the opponent's going to do. I've never seen Wizard class even do anything. Yeah, we're not blocking, for sure. That's not an option. Alright, you got your extra turn, as expected. Are they going to play a whole bunch of Epiphanies and slowly kill me? That could be a thing. There's a Mordenkainen. Alright. That's real.
Can't even comprehend what I'll do to you.
Alright, making a dog. Do I just minus now to, or Blood on the Snow to kill Planeswalkers? I don't have anything I can get back to get any value. That's what sucks. Yeah, I guess we sack a treasure. Okay, well, that's a thing we could do. Thing is, I just don't know if it's worth it more to attack. Like, because we can get rid of Mordenkainen if we really wanted to. We can also do it this way. There's also the issue of a 10/10 staring us in the face. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can have access to 9 mana, so that's not quite enough. We'd be 1 short. As long as the 10/10's out there, though, we can't ever attack. The thing is, I don't know if we necessarily want to get rid of creatures, though. I think... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that wouldn't leave us enough to even activate this either. That's not good. That's not good. I don't know what to do. I think the play is just this. And we just get rid of Mordenkainen. Sadly, though, I don't think we're ever going to resolve this Blood in the Snow now, which is my other concern. But, so be it. We drew none of our payoffs, so we're kind of just sitting here. These are the games that hurt the most because you have all the mana and nothing to do with it. You just kind of stare at your opponent. Alright, a replicating ring, sure. And the 10/10 will probably eventually block. Oh, nope, they're not even attacking. I have an opponent that doesn't even want to do anything, so they Obviously want to just counter stuff. That's a given. Okay. Well, if we tap for 6, we only have 4 mana left available. Ooh, boy. What's the plan here? We also know the opponent's not interested in attacking with that 10-10. I guess we try. I mean, I don't think it's going to resolve, though. I have zero illusions about this resolving. They're probably just figuring out which counterspell they want to use. Yep, as I expected. Not a shocker. I'm more surprised they didn't even have, like, a mascot exhibition to go get or something here. We should be dead. Like, these are the games that suck. Because, like, even if we win, like, it's not, like, it just feels like nothing's coming of it. Like, we don't deserve to win this. Our draws were so bad. They really were. We've sat here with the same 3 creatures in play the whole game. Literally, there's nothing really in our yard. Like, pretty much everything of relevance has been on the board and most of it's land. Which, you know, it happens. It's all fine and good. It's just like having an opponent that's just letting us sit here and stew in it, you know, and not really finish us is kind of tough. Oh, are they going to level up? They are going to level up. Okay. Alright, we're not going to sacrifice that so we can have access to 11 mana next turn. Which is a crazy thing to even say, but here we are. Alright, so I guess while we have a chance... Oh, did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess we did. I could have sacrificed the treasure. Huh. Okay. Well... Anyway, run these into battle. I mean, they have Death Touch. Maybe the opponent blocks and then we don't necessarily have to use Blood on the Snow. I doubt it, but, you know, it's a thing that could happen. I mean, we have a pile of mana and 3 cards. They could be suspicious of something. Because I'd be a little suspicious anyway. Like, why is the opponent running in an Innkeeper, right? Like, why is that the thing? Sure. We just get an extra point in there. Alright. I mean, you already know we have the Blood on the Snow, so that's not really a secret. We're going to destroy all creatures. With the Snow mana, we only have... Actually, do we want... Let's get Skullport Merchant back. That's what we want to do. Because that also lets us sacrifice skeletons if we need to keep producing more skeletons. Alright. So somehow, we're still in this fight. Which is the most absurd thing to me. But here we are. Like, Cosima might be coming back with a counter on it. I feel like Cosima's, like, has so many words that you read and you're like, this should be a great Magic card. But I feel like none of us have figured out what to do with Cosima yet. Which makes me wonder how good it really is. Choose target player, return half the creatures they control to the owner's hand, rounded up. Alright, sure. Alright. I mean, I guess I could have sacked one. Would have been smarter. We're going to field trip. Thanks for that follow, by the way. Oh, saw it coming. Great. Why these like blue decks have like no real kill condition? Why would you still build decks like that in 2021? Or in the 2022 format, as it were? Yeah, we'll just play this, I guess. You know what, though? I'm going to go ahead and sack a treasure. See if we can find something. Because of... Oh, well, exactly. I was going to say, if we find something cheap enough, we can then sack that. And then we get us two skeletons. So let's do that. Oh, why did I do that? I could have tapped the Faceless Haven. Gosh dang it. I guess at this point, we'll just sack the treasure. No, we have to sack this to get the 2 bodies. I mean, I know the life could be good or whatever, but the opponent's at 5 here, so, like, come on. Like, bouncing stuff doesn't do it for them here. Playing a Casima's fine. It gets a couple counters. Okay, I don't know what their plan is at the moment. Alright, bounce things again. Like, we'll just repeat next turn, but we'll just play a second Skeletal Swarming, I guess. Ooh, that's neat. I assume you can just bounce a thing at sorcery speed. We have so much mana. Like, this is crazy. Like, the fact that we have way more mana than the blue player is nuts. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. Alright, which one gets bounced? So I'm assuming that's a thing. Put target creature into its owner's library, second from the top. Or I could just sacrifice it. Because we probably don't need it here. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Let's tap this and this. Well, that's cute. Okay. Take your one. Play a land for the turn. We'll play a second Skeletal Swarming. So we should get 4 skeletons here. Don't think we even need to play the Dina, truthfully. Alright, opponent. I don't know how you're going to deal with all this. There's a Casima. Like, Casima, like I said, it has so many words, but it still feels like it just never does anything. Like, every deck I've put Casima in, I've taken out before the decks have even made it to video. Like, I play a couple of practice games and end up not wanting it. Sure. Yeah. Alright. We'll sack a token or 2. This is wild. I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have enough to play both Skeletal Swarmings and Dina next turn. That is crazy. Yeah. Auto pay. Sack one of these. Just reload our hand. Oh, and then we'll get an extra treasure if we play that one. Oh, that's so good. So good. Come on. I was thinking, man, if we draw our land... Actually, that's not bad, though. Alright, see if you have a counter. Probably do. Sure. Play the eye twitch. Yeah, no clue what the opponent's real plan is here. Ravenlord, get you some cards. Sure. Alright, so next turn we can spend 5 to play this and sack a thing, possibly eye twitch. We can spend 5 for this and 2 for Dina, and we'll have an extra treasure. Seems good. Oh, Casina finally comes in. This is the most I've seen Casima do, by the way. And it might lead to a win. to be honest. This game has now been going for almost 17 minutes, I think. And somehow we're still in this, even though we didn't start drawing real spells till about 4 turns ago. I'm going to assume the opponent's hand's just a bunch of counters or something here. Yep, playing the Replicating Ring. They probably have another Divide by 0 or some such. Nope, they're not doing that. So they're either setting up for extra turns or another Sky Summoner, or a Cyclone Summoner. Or both. I don't know. Okay, Dispute. Don't know how much you matter, but that is a real thing. Eye Twitch. I was actually just thinking, how do we get an extra card? Because if we could somehow get Prosperous Innkeeper back, I could play Dina and then start taking advantage of the Skeletal Swarming drain life situation. So what if we attack? Oh, we have to attack with the skeleton. All right, so we may just be sacrificing the skeleton here. All right, let's go ahead and sack the skeleton. See if we find... Okay, we did kind of find what we needed. All right. So let's... How much mana is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 6, 7, 8. Or we could play Skullport, then play Dina. Either or. Okay. So let's Blood on the Snow, and we're going to get back Prosperous Innkeeper, because it also produces a treasure in the process. And then I have another treasure. So yeah, we have all the mana we need. Destroy all creatures. Pay with the snow mana. Get back an Innkeeper. We will probably just take a Pest Summoning. No, Necrotic Fumes. Just to make sure if they do play another Cyclone Summoner, we can just get rid of it. This, though, should do the job. And then we can do this. Yep. Whew. Oh, man. That was way better than I thought it was going to be. So I don't know if that's really indicative. I feel like I had a couple of times where opponents made questionable plays. One of them where we got kind of lucky, but overall we were 6-2, I believe, in the games that we played, on and off camera. So I don't know what to make of it, right? Like, part of me wants to say, like, yeah, this is viable, this is fun, this is good, go play it. The other part is, I feel we got a little lucky, but at the same time, we beat mono white aggro. I think we beat Izzet Dragons, the Rakdos treasure deck. So, like, it wasn't like we didn't go up against some real decks in the format. So I'm kind of confused on this one. I'm going to say go ahead and play it. If you're really into it and you're looking for a Skeletal Swarming deck, this is it. Now, as far as what to change, I think the only change I would make is probably adding another mascot exhibition to the sideboard. That's probably about it. I don't know if I'd really change too much right now. I think it's going to be the type of deck that if you continue to play it, you're going to want to adjust up and down based on what the opponent's playing. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Twilight Mire because, well, it's the right colors and it fits. The thing that surprised me about Twilight Mire, which is why I bring it up, is this card is still over $10, even after a couple of recent reprints. And I really didn't think that was going to be the case, but it's actually closer to about 12 in a lot of places. And I believe the original Eventide ones go for like 25 to 30 bucks now. They kind of shot up for no good reason. But hey, just figured I'd let y'all know in case you didn't know. But this card's actually still very good. I think it's going to still carry a lot of weight because of Commander. It's not so much played in 60 card formats. You'll see it rarely, you know, occasionally, but it's really a Commander staple and it's a great land. So if you have a chance, you can get your hands on some affordably. Go ahead and put them into your Commander decks. I think you're going to love it. Now, don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links for so many things. If you want to come by our Discord, like I mentioned in the opener, or if you want to just come check out one of our streams, also mentioned in the opener, but you can go ahead and come by those. That's a good way to get decks looked at, get suggestions for things, even like recommend what you'd like to see played. Sometimes I'll let the chat even vote on what we're going to do that day. So you can only win by participating. Or, well, you can at least have fun and come by, and you got to participate to make the suggestions, and you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's skip ahead and just say, if you haven't, please remember to like, subscribe, notify. That stuff really helps out the channel, and I'm super appreciative to every single one of you that is doing it. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.